He had only looked at the woman a few times, yet this man was already completely taken by her. He adjusted his lens and carefully examined her. She was precisely the type he had never encountered before. Just looking at her quietly made him fall deeper and deeper. Suddenly, an unfamiliar hand touched the woman he had already set his heart on. The man panicked instantly. A masked man had made a move before he did. That was something he absolutely could not tolerate. He lifted his binoculars and burned the masked man's face into his memory. And from that moment on, Leo, the masked man, began to change. The woman's name was Dia, a member of the far-left revolutionary group France 75. She had been observing the bridge for days. Underneath it were more than 200 detained migrants, their target for the upcoming operation. On a highway along the US-Mexico border, the group gathered to discuss the plan. Leo walked over carrying a crate of explosives. The moment Dia saw him, she could tell that he must have been incredibly handsome when he was younger. She approached him and asked what he had brought. Leo bluntly said he had all kinds of weapons, but had no idea what exactly they were doing. Dia said the operation was a declaration of war against the authorities, and it had to be executed beautifully. This was the first meeting between the two. After dark, Dia moved along the border wall searching for a place to plant the explosives. The other members used the darkness as cover and stealthily infiltrated the migrant detention center. The guards never expected anyone to attack the facility, so security was lax, allowing the group to get inside easily. They split into 3 teams, one to secure the soldiers' rest area, one to find the detained migrants, and Dia, alone, went straight to Captain Stephen Locke, the commanding officer. Dia confidently announced her name and affiliation. Hearing her declaration, Locke didn't feel nervous at all. Instead, he scoffed. Dia found him amusing and decided to toy with him. Only then did Locke realize she was flirting with him. Because the scene is sensitive, the details were not shown. Dia forced him to maintain a certain posture as she marched him toward a fenced enclosure, and from that moment on, Locke became obsessed with her. Meanwhile, the other members moved the migrants into a large truck. Once Leo received the signal, he ignited the explosives. But rather than a lethal explosion, it was more like fireworks, a celebration of their official declaration of war.
You are a political prisoner of the French 75, motherfucker! You've been captured by the French 75!
Leo's display ignited Dia's passion. As soon as they got into the truck, the two embraced intensely. From then on, they lived together, and Leo's skills didn't end with making fireworks. He was the only explosives expert in the organization.